I'm an American. I live in the United States, which is supposed to be the greatest country on earth. I live in the back half of a garage. It's $1,600 a month and only 200 square feet. That's more than half my income. I'm an American. The United States has the world's largest economy. That being said, it still has thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of its citizens living on the streets, hungry and poor and without medical care. The last time I went to the emergency room, it cost me $12,000. I'm an American. A college education isn't free here, and mine cost $120,000. It took me 10 years to pay that off. I'm an American. You're not going to get a good paying career anymore. A college education no longer amounts for anything. You're going to get a minimum wage job to start off, no matter what degree you have, and you're going to be paying off your interest and your loans for the rest of your life. Our corporate CEOs are millionaires and billionaires, and yet they refuse to pay their employees a livable wage because they know we'll work it anyway. I'm an American. Despite being the land of opportunities, we're the #1 country for mass shootings. I'm an American. I couldn't afford a child, and who would want to have one here anyway? School shootings happen all the time, and nobody seems to care. I will never be able to afford my own house. I'm an American. I've never been out of this country. I've never been on vacation. Our tax dollars secretly fund wars that we don't agree to. If you leave this country, you still have to pay taxes to the USA.
Comment down below what you think about this. We've been hearing this same thing over and over and over again to the point where we can't ignore it anymore. We have to say there are people that are in this situation. Now, what do we do about it? Yes, I could say a million things about, entrepreneurship and doing all these things, but I do think that people have been set up for failure. The last generation told my generation, go do this and you will be fine. And then we figured out we were paying the student loans back at 8%. There was no way to escape them. The job market had completely watered itself down with college education. And then here comes AI behind us saying, you know what, that thing you went to school for is now going to be obsolete. Now what? And I don't think we have figured this out. And there's going to be an entire generation that are going to be mad that they can't compete in the workforce. I mean, we've got a whole generation that's not going to be able to afford a house. And I said this when this all started, that the bread line was going to be there. People just wouldn't recognize it. And this is what we're seeing, that they can barely afford to eat, but we have stock markets at all-time high. And we have money for wars, but none for the poor. So I want to know what you think. This is an interesting topic. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe we'll pick out something new on the next one.